Kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Henry's got it, out on the left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about it.
Under pressure, and he'll go sacked back at the 31. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. They needed 14. They got 15 here on 3rd down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He'll drop to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side. Complete. It's James.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now some movement before the snap.
False start.
And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, A little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 19 carries, 58 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 0-0 our score. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
This will be caught inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Gun. They'll look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
20, 180.
On second down, it's Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way down to the 35. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Officially, 1:54 to go in this 1st half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Down man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll go down at the 28. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Like 80, 180.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's a new one. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Anunwa again the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. The give is to Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. They're going to look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure
and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
first throw now for the backup Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him.
The ball comes out, and this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he's gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Meanwhile, down in Chicago. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. They got him in. It's Woods. Touchdown, Vikings. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now we're all even. Brand new ball game, tie game.
In a sense, you're starting over. Tie ball game, everyone's back to even, back to equal. A good job getting back in it.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now come the Eagles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here's Allen to throw it. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Allen now on first down. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Allen to throw once more. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use a good head fake, work him inside, and then they'll get him on their back or on their hip and keep them away from the football with their body.
On second down, here's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
A screen to Bell. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
By 20! By 20!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Bell, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Try to get it to Woods. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The pitch to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So Allen's going to look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Allen to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And this is Shepard on the catch. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road